Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Psychosin project here on Total Metal Radio. I am here with a band named I.C.O.N, otherwise known as the Metal Bastards. Yep. And they've just done an awesome supporting set with Jeff Tate's Operation Mindcrime.
Yay.
So, guys, how's the tour been going so far?
It's been what you could call eventful, but very enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. The playing side of it's been awesome. We've had our ups and downs with transport, but the gigs have been great. Operation Mindcrime has been brilliant. Yeah. I mean, without going into the great long story, it's all on our website if you want to read the tragic tale. But basically, without them, we would have been screwed anyway. So they helped us out, and we're still there. It's been bloody great.
Excellent. Now, I'll go around if you all want to introduce yourselves, what you do in the band, and yeah, start with yourself, sir.
Cool. Yeah, my name's Reese Bevan, I play bass guitar.
I'm Larry on drums.
I'm Mark Sager, I am the vocalist and frontman.
Scott Knowles, guitars.
He's finally spoken. Now, how would you describe your own sound? Because I'm guessing the mission statement of the band is something along the lines of bringing back red-blooded, heavy fucking metal. Would I be right with that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
I think there's been no real thought processing to what we do, though. It's all of us have similar influences.
Really stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's no thought into what we do. We don't think about it.
We don't think about it.
There's metal flowing through your veins. That's what it is.
We've all got similar influences, and
I don't know what the fucking hell I'm doing.
we've all got similar influences, and this is what comes out really.
Yeah.
And I think all the mission statement, if you like, is we just want to write good songs that people like, and more importantly that we like.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. You know, we always have a thing where us four, we have to like that song. It's a case of, will we go out and buy that album?
Yeah.
You've got to think like that. There's no point putting any old shit out. We have to be, you've got to we've got to be 100% happy with everything.
Yeah, otherwise I enjoy playing it on stage again and again.
Well, we are, I mean, like Scott said, it's not preconceived. We are a heavy metal band because we're all metalheads. Yeah. I mean, although he's quite right when Scott says that we've got a lot of the same influences, there's actually enough different ones as well.
Yeah.
That we all come from slightly different directions, and it just collides. And the nature has been proven on the last album because most of the songs were just written on the spot.
Yeah.
That makes it. It's never happened. But when you've got the chemistry of a good band and everybody's honest and flows with their ideas, you can write on the spot. I've never done that. I always used to just bring riffs in that were pre-written and sort of say, right, this is it. It goes like this. Can we do this? But when you've got encouraging people who sort of say, well, we end up. And the second album is a lot stronger than the first.
Yeah. I'm not getting in the band until he says it's heavy metal.
Thank you. Now, talk about your influences. We'll go out to each one of you. If you say like what your three main influences for the band are. So if we start going the other way this time.
Yes, Scott. This is Scott. Probably Corrosion of Conformity, Motorhead, Black Sabbath.
This is Mark. Mine's probably Black Sabbath, Motorhead and Wasp.
I can tell by the shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Only three, Larry.
Only three. Shit, this is.
Pick the same three as me. We're friends.
Motorhead, and Motorhead probably. Yeah, Motorhead, Sabbath, and Maiden. Maybe.
I'd say, well, I'm into bands like Voivod, Celtic Frost, a wide range of European underground metal bands, and I grew up listening to that. So yeah, anything.
So you kind of bring the heavier end to the band.
I listen to some more extreme stuff than the others, but it works.
Excellent. Now, you're called I.C.O.N. What's the story behind the name of the band?
Mark's dad came up with it when we couldn't think of nothing else. The trouble is with the name, the band's been going 15 years. Me and Mark started the band, but truthfully the band's only been really doing things in the last few years.
Yeah.
And we were trying to come up with different names, and Mark's dad came up with I.C.O.N, and we liked it, and we put the dots in between. And then as the internet kind of grew a bit and you started finding out about other things, we noticed there was another band in America called I.C.O.N, and then like a hair metal band from the 80s. And we said, should we change the name? We said, oh, fuck them.
But it is quite funny
like a hair metal band.
People sometimes come up, are you the hair metal band? Go, what do you fucking do? Look at us.
We've got the worst hair in any band.
I know, mate.
I've already got past that fucking hurdle.
So there's no real kind of, you know, with the dots in between, it doesn't really stand for anything. It just looks cool on a shirt or a poster, and there were no real kind of. It was just really one of them. I've been telling, and we said, I.C.O.N, what do you think? And Mark just said, well, I've been telling everybody we're called I.C.O.N, so we'll call it I.C.O.N. But it was my dad's best idea, so we said okay, and we stuck with it, and we kept the dots in between. And sometimes it does get, you know, especially with internet now, and everything's, you know, connected all over the world. And we have had people from America going, you know, you do realise there's a band called I.C.O.N from the 80s? I said, yeah, I know, but they're all like 100, so fuck them. So, you know what I mean? We're not really bothered. So that's it really, and that's our tale of the band name.
You said you formed the band 15 years ago originally.
Yeah.
Was it formed as a kind of reaction to what was out at the time, i.e. where we had the grunge coming back along with new metal?
No, not really. Me and Mark come from a small Lancashire town, and we both met through local rock nights.
Right.
And the idea really were us and another friend who played bass, and we didn't have a drummer, we had a drum machine. And it was just merely something to do at first, and then, you know, we were sick of working in fucking factories and offices and taking shit off people, and, you know, we thought, let's have a do and let's try and make it work no matter what. And then as time went on, we got a drummer, and then another drummer, and then the original bass player left, and then we wanted to carry it on, we wanted to see it through, because we knew we had something good.
Yeah, it's always been there, but we have our minds that there's something worth pursuing.
And we stuck with it, yeah. Then we started sort of in a Lancashire town, playing locally, the pubs and stuff, and doing covers and writing our own stuff and building it up from there. And it has took a long time, you know, and it's one of them things really when we just kept going no matter what, and people have come and gone. Yeah. And then when Reese joined about 4 years ago, he'd been in a band for nearly 20 years, and he was the driving force in that and doing everything, getting people motivated. Larry we knew from a previous band that we'd supported them, and got to know Larry and got on with him really well. And then whenever we were in the shit, Larry stepped in and helped us out. And then finally, he'd had enough of all these bands he were in, giving, you know, headaches and everything. He was trying to drive things and push things, and so essentially the four of us have gravitated together. This to me is I.C.O.N. This is the band that we've always wanted, and the four of us have come together, and it's you know, the first album and the early stuff still forms a little sort of core of what we do.
Yeah.
But it's moved on so much more. It's the kind of band we all really want to do.
So this is the ultimate lineup for the band.
This is the lineup.
Yeah.
So sort of shit or bust. Not that desperate, but you understand what I mean. It's basically the four of us have come together over the years and sort of formed a really strong unit, and it's great. It's great.
It's the one lineup that we've had that's the one that really works.
Yeah.
That is like the definition of what we are.
Yeah. It's helped solidify your sound.
It's the definitive lineup. This is the fucking heavy metal war machine.
But the thing is though as well, it's really difficult in the UK for us because we play a lot and we gig a lot, and we do gigs all up and down the country all the time. We play all these, but we've never done any sort of the bigger festivals. We've never been sort of, apart from little bits here and there in magazines properly or anything, and because we just sort of do what we do. I think the UK loves its genres and loves to pigeonhole bands. It's important to people that they have to sort of fit a certain remit, and we're just a metal band, and people find that really odd.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been out in Europe now for a few weeks on this tour with Operation Mindcrime, and the audiences have been fantastic, particularly Italy and Germany and stuff, and they've really got it. They don't give a fuck about that. They just want good metal and good songs, and that's what we try to do, and it's been a real fight for us in the UK, to try and sort of really get ahead and for people to take sort of notice of what we do. Yeah. Luckily, we have got a good sort of underground following that we've worked fucking hard, and the underground rock media and press have been fantastic. You know what I mean? So it's hard graft.
Yeah, unfortunately here in the UK, as me yourself was speaking about earlier, there is no real just straight metal scene as such anymore. With any luck, it'll start coming back because things go in cycles, but taking a long bloody time, because obviously Iron Maiden got Judas Priest, so
it's still heavy and the songs are still good. So what's changed?
The thing is that it's all problem in the UK, you notice the difference between the UK and Europe, and it's a generalisation, but in Europe they don't really give a shit what the flavour of the day is.
Yeah.
They don't care who Kerrang is saying you should listen to or whatever. If they like it, great. If they don't, fuck it, you know. And it was great. The first time, I remember years ago, the first time I played in Germany, and this was in the 90s I think it was, and it was like 1982, all patches and denim. And it's funny, you look around now, patches are starting to come back in, and you think, good, because that's kind of all part of where this came from.
Yes.
And it's sort of, metal was all about straightforward honesty, and it kind of got hijacked along the way, I think, and it's turned into all these stupid bloody post-graduate fucking spunk metal, whatever the hell that is, and all these stupid
It's like
names.
not like to see some videos from that category.
But what is it?
Damn, you won't have my band supporting me.
It's like I said in an interview, we did an interview in Germany a couple of nights ago, and like I said, you know, what's mathcore?
Yeah.
Is that an exam?
Yeah.
What's that?
Apple.
That doesn't fucking, you know, when I was 15-year-old, I wasn't going to lie on my bed, listen to my music with my headphones on, looking at a picture of somebody saying mathcore.
Well, heavy metal and rock and all that stuff
Fucking
was actually was very honest music.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't have to be sort of working class, if you like, but it did kind of come from that. I mean, you had the clever boys in Deep Purple and, you know, John Lord and all that kind of stuff. But there was a sort of, you know, when you got into heavy metal and you're talking about Sabbath and Motorhead and Maiden and all that, it's all real. It's all, you know, they might be singing boys' own adventures and stuff, but there was a reality to it that I, as a kid, I always got.
Yeah.
Because it just spoke directly to you, and good music does, whether it's the Beatles or the Stones or whatever. It talks directly to your soul, if you like. Sounding too much like a fucking hippie, you know. But this other stuff now, it's all about what fucking haircut you've got and what shape your beard is, and
it's all
and
about
which fucking shoes you're
Well,
wearing.
at the moment, it's how many key changes you can get in a minute.
Yeah, it is. And it's like,
what's the point?
The production's all very clean and polished, and everybody uses computers and things
And
to
everyone's
process
sounding the
things.
same because
Yeah.
the
And
phones
everybody
on.
sounds the same. Everybody's a producer. Everybody's a photographer. Everybody's an engineer. Everybody's a,
you know, blues is suffering the same kind of thing, because
Yeah.
blues was the same. It was
raw,
very
it's
real
honest.
music. And you know, you look at some of these fucking tools out now. I mean, there's some great blues players, obviously, still, but not like they were. You know, because I don't know, maybe life's got too bloody easy for people, and they're more worried about their iPods than their fucking, you know, paycheck. I don't know.
Yeah, we are kind of in a. I shouldn't really be saying this being on a radio show that plays obviously not full albums, maybe, but a lot of people are now just sort of won't listen to full albums anymore.
No.
It's more. I'll see the one or two tracks they like have been released singles, buy the album and listen to them.
Music's
put them
been
on the iPod.
devalued.
Yeah.
It's background noise for shit. It's like, you know, when you go to a festival and you watch these cretins do their Wall of Death thing. Oh, what the fuck is that all about?
Yeah.
We should do that at school. There's a band slaving their nuts off on stage trying to make music, and these morons are running to each other. Great, fine, that's a lot of fun, I'm sure, but it's irrelevant to the music.
Yeah.
It's just become background noise, and that's what I think has happened. Music has got no value to a lot of people. Thankfully, there are still enough people that do value it, and hopefully it's coming back around. Like vinyl sales are going back up. Well, that's interesting. You know, I mean.
Yeah, that come out of nowhere, really.
Yeah,
that coming back.
yeah.
Which technically, I guess, means the album must be coming back. I mean,
Exactly.
people must be wanting to listen to music again. Don't get me wrong, we're not having, you know, we are metal fans. I'm a metal fan. I love metal music, and I like listening to sort of new bands. But unfortunately for me, and I don't think it's an age thing or whatever. It's a lot of the music, it's really hard to listen to something new and get excited by it, because it's all very polished and it follows a certain formula, because they want to get famous quickly or whatever, and they follow a certain path thinking that's the way to go, and it's not. You should play from your fucking heart.
Don't recognise a lot of stuff that is metal now, like the metal thing. I mean, it's a strange, because I lived and breathed metal for most of my bloody life. You know, it's very important to me, and there's a lot of great metal fans, there's a lot of great metal bands, but as a massive sort of scene, particularly in the UK, I don't recognise it. I can't figure it out. You know, I don't know what people are talking about half the time. It's different when you meet people like yourself who obviously give a shit, you know, and there's a lot of people here tonight who give a shit. They come out to see Jeff Tate. A lot of people sitting at home going, Jeff Tate can't sing anymore. Well, we've been playing with this guy. He's fucking great. That's Jeff Tate from Queensrÿche. He's a piece of metal history, and he's still fucking doing it.
And he's got a fucking amazing voice. We've been out every night with him for weeks, and he can fucking really deliver it.
He can do it. He's still, that guy's still got it in fucking spades.
But how many of these internet commandos would be sitting there going, I'm not going to bother doing that. Why would I? I'll go and see fucking Death Nut you know, and you sort of think, yeah, that'd be much better. Yeah.
Oh, I like them. They're pretty good band. I mean, it's
You
to
got
be
your wife
fair,
with full of them.
it's to be fair, the only his band who I've seen a few times. I'm a massive fan of. I think they're fucking great. His Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. I just think they're great, and they're the only band that's come along in probably fucking hell, 15 years that I've been remotely interested in.
But there are a few. I mean, I really like DEFCON 1, who are sort of battling against the underground in the UK as well, and getting roundly ignored for no good reason. Bloody great band, and also with a pedigree. I got ex-Venom drummer. You know, I mean, that's got to mean something, surely.
Yeah,
apparently
well, you think
not.
so. But
It doesn't mean anything to the younger generation.
no,
Right,
unfortunately,
no.
Venom, just that band, they done black metal, they named the genre.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the song.
Yeah.
To me, part of the joy growing up and listening to metal was discovering all these new bands, but a lot of people won't discover them because they have preconceived ideas in their head about how it should be, how it shouldn't be, blah blah blah. You know, I mean, we were talking to somebody in Slovakia a couple of weeks ago who was from the north of England as well, ironically, and he was saying he was saying
Is that the ambassador?
yeah, the ambassador for
Who's
fucking
the
England.
ambassador to Slovakia?
And it's from Blackpool.
And he bought our t-shirt.
Yeah, metal bastards. But he was saying, so you know, you're on tour with Jeff Tate, you're all over Europe, and it must be great back home. People must be really. And we were like, no, not really. You know, apart from sort of the underground press and everything, who've been fantastic. You know, it's a constant battle sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, I love bands. Newer bands that we've played with, like Line of Fire, a great band.
Fucking great.
They write good songs. You know, I love a band from America called King, K-Y-N-G. They're fucking kind of Corrosion of Conformity, that kind of vibe, and they're fucking amazing. And you know,
You got bands over here, I don't know if you know them yourself, Zocalo from London. They're a fucking awesome band. They're well worth checking out if you haven't either. We got
I've heard
other
the name,
we've got other underground bands here. Same form as you guys, playing fantastic music straight from the heart, getting ignored completely.
I don't know what the problem is, because years ago people used to love discovering new bands, but now it's all lip service. They say they do, but they don't. Too many Facebook people
obsessed with the idea of being a metalhead, and they buy their manual, and the manual says you will love this, and they go, oh, I love this. You know, sort of thing,
Unfortunately, the manual is Kerrang. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
If you now take what metal you need to listen to from Kerrang UK at the least, I personally think you're an absolute cunt.
Well, that's the bottom line, isn't it? You know?
Should be used as toilet paper.
Yeah. Well,
but
any
it's not really
magazine, any
No.
magazine that helped make emo a big thing.
Can I put something out there? What's emo? Emu? Emo? What is it?
It's supposed to be emotional music, but all music's fucking emotional.
But it's not. It's a horrible packaged little thing where everybody dyes their hair black.
But see, the other thing, you know,
Which was goths back in my day.
I don't know why, but everyone seems, well, not everyone, but so many people seem to be a fucking expert. It's like Maiden put out this new album. Now Maiden, for me, in the 80s, Maiden were absolutely awesome, and that's my favourite Maiden period. But it's a good album, this one they put out. They're class musicians, and they deserve respect. It's Iron Maiden, you know. Now, they've gone down the progressive road, so it doesn't work for everybody, and it doesn't really work that well for me. But this album's a really good one. Fine, lovely package, and you buy it and you think, oh man, really nicely surprised. This is ace. It's a bit long, but it's fucking good. And then you get people, oh, Nico McBrain's a shocking drummer. And you sort of think, are you serious?
Yeah, shit, it's
What
terrible.
are you talking? It's Nico
Yeah,
McBrain,
the
for Christ's
snare
sake.
drum needed more compression for me.
it's like,
Fuck you!
what are you talking? Just listen to it. Is it any, if you don't like it, that's fine. But listen to it with your ears, not with
Listen
your...
to the whole album, not just 2-3 tracks.
Also
and then,
true. Yeah, there's a craft to an album. It has a part.
Because if you don't like that Empires of the Clouds at the end, something's wrong with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a very solid album. Now. I do, for my taste, some of the songs are probably a bit long. Yeah, but that's a Maiden thing that they've done recently. You know, like they take a 7-minute song, which is already too long, and make it 11. You know, you sort of, well, okay, as long as they're enjoying themselves, who am I to complain?
But the thing is, you can hear, because the production's not Pro Tool to death, you can hear they're enjoying playing it. So.
That's it. And you go and see Maiden live, and you know why they're still the big boys. They're fucking great, and they're a part of metal history that, you know, deserves more respect than some fucking nimrod on Facebook going, oh, Nico McBrain can't play the drums anymore. You should think, well, you can fucking play it better than you can.
But he's getting paid a lot more for it.
I mean, to me as well, the reason that these bands are still around today, like Black Sabbath, Metallica and Iron Maiden and bands like that, is because Motorhead, of course.
Never forget Motorhead round here.
The reason that these bands are still as big as they are, Saxon and lots of others, is because they write good songs.
Yes.
And because people want to see them.
And they work relentlessly.
And they work very, very, very
And for
hard.
the most part, it's that simplicity of riffs with catchy choruses.
It's rock. You know, it's not rocket science. It's just rock.
It's like we, is me and Scott in September went to Manchester, his Ritz, didn't we, to watch his boss. Fucking hell, what a show!
That was really good.
What a show! I don't care what anybody says about Blackie Lawless, that guy has still got it.
Yeah.
Listen to his latest album that came out this year, Golgotha.
Yeah, Golgotha.
Fucking brilliant!
Somebody came and tapped me on the shoulder at that gig and said, "Is this cunt miming?" And I said,
No.
"Why? Why do you even care?
Why
Does
is he
it
even
matter?
there as well?
Does it matter? Are you enjoying yourself?"
Well, in Bristol, we saw him in Bristol, and he hit a couple of bum notes and got some words wrong. So he's really shit at miming. If they.
Thing is,
The backing track he chose was a poor choice.
If he didn't do that, he just sounded like the CD. It wouldn't be a live show.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly that.
But going back to what we've been doing with Operation Mindcrime, the audiences have been fantastic around Europe. We've played. Sorry about that. That wasn't me. The audience have been fantastic. We've played in Slovakia. We've played in Italy. Croatia, we've played in Germany, we've got some UK dates, and then we're back out next week in Europe to do Austria, Germany and France, and the audiences have been fantastic. The Operation Mindcrime boys have really looked after us and took us under the wing. It's been an incredible experience for us, and playing some of the most awesome venues. I mean, a couple of nights ago we were in Hamburg playing the Markthalle. Hallowed turf for us. Every band we love played there, and the night after we were playing there, Motorhead and Saxon were playing there, so a couple of Motorhead's crew come wandering round, and Larry knows them, so
It was a very exciting moment.
yes, so we were talking to them. Then Iggy Pop's son turned up because he knows Jeff and his wife. Jeff got him backstage and we got talking to him. Super cool guy, and again we've been going around Europe making friends, and it's been fantastic for us to get out there. The new album's doing doing well. The reviews are really good, but we've worked hard for it, and we've not sort of taken that for granted at all. Every night, it's a new audience, it's a new show. It could fuck up, it could go either way. So we're just going out there and working very hard. And
so, do you feel that building up over the years a fan base, as opposed to just having a massive hit one day, has worked better for you in the long run?
I think it's important to build up a family of people that care about you, that want to listen to things that you do, and I think if you have a one-hit thing, you're not going to have any longevity, and we want to keep doing this.
Saying that though, years ago I was friends with Cozy Powell, and I always remember talking about Rainbow, was his favourite band that he was in, I think. He really liked the Rising stuff, and we were talking about that song all night long with Graham Bonnet. Yeah, it's a catchy little tune. She's not his favourite. He said, "You see that fucking great big house over there? It bought that." Well, so one of those hits would be quite nice, actually.
I think it would be rather splendid.
Yeah. We would like both. We'd like,
We need a new pair of shoes.
Please buy our CD.
Please buy it.
We approached Graham Bonnet to sing on the album. He politely declined.
But at least you approached him.
Yeah, from behind with a bag.
Yes, while I wasn't there, bastards.
So yeah, it's been good for us, and we're in the UK and Southend on Sea, the Blackpool for Southerners, and we've had the place is packed, and we've had a really good night. We've gone down really well. I was talking to people at the merch stand after our set, and they said how much they enjoyed it, and they'd never heard of it. And a couple of them actually said, "I'm sorry, I've not heard of you," and I said, "Well, that's all right. That's fine. You can't play to everybody all the time. You've got to go out and build up your pockets of support all over the place, and tonight we've never played here before. We have now made some new friends. They have heard of us, so we'll move on to the next place and keep doing it,
and hopefully we'll have you back at some point.
That'd be nice.
That would be lovely, thank you.
Now going to the songs, lyrically, is it just yourself writes them, or do the whole band get involved?
It's me.
Yeah. Where do you take influences for the songs from?
Fucking anger. Because you look out your window, you walk down the street, and you just think, what the fucking hell's going on?
And you get Donald Trump.
Oh. I'm doing a full solo album about Donald Trump. I'm both going to share hair tips on it.
Trumpinator.
Yeah, the Trumpinator is I suppose it's, you look at the world around you, you look at society, you look at yourself, you look at just whatever I'm thinking about at the time, and it comes out, it's just, I'm just basically putting my thoughts out there. I'm asking people things, and hopefully they'll get it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they can tell me to fuck off, I suppose. I don't know, but you know, it's my own personal thoughts, and it's just one of them. It's the way I feel about things.
Songwriting's really sort of works really well between four of us. I mean, when we were writing this album, we played one song on the album, I think in a total of 3 times. Once when we sort of thought, oh, this has come together, let's play it again, and we recorded it as a demo, and then it went on the album. And it's not to say it's rushed, or it just came together really quickly.
Yeah.
That's never really happened for us before. So, and we've already got 5 songs demoed, more or less, rough demos for the next album. So we all pitch in, and the way we've sort of been working is we've been doing music demos, and then me and Mark will sometimes go in and he'll bring his lyrics in and he'll try different ideas for melodies over the top of these demos, and then we MP3 them to each other, and sort of technology does come in handy, and we sort of say yay or nay and work on them from there.
But it's definitely it's a band effort. All the songs are written by it's a band effort. It's all us 4.
Yeah, we're not too precious with ideas.
No.
I mean, sometimes there are arguments, but I think that's good because if you don't care, yes it is. If you don't care about what you're doing and you say, oh well, whatever, then fair enough. I mean, sometimes you just got to step back and say, yeah, you're right, it's crap, or it's not strong enough, or it's too long or short. But that happens quite rarely.
Yeah.
So because we're all pretty good at sort of saying, okay, yeah, we'll knock that out and try something else.
It's like when I write, and when I come in with his lyrics for a song, I always pass them around everybody. Does everybody like the lyrics? Is there anything anybody else can add? I'm not one of these, I have to write, it's not like that, but so far so good. There you go. So what, yeah.
Now, as someone who joined the band, sort of, not so much in the late stages, but after they've been together for a while.
5 years now for me.
Was it a hard experience to sort of get used to their writing style, or?
No, because I knew the band anyway. And I've played with the guys before, and I out of all the bands in the northwest of England where we come from, I couldn't have thought of any other band worth joining. There wasn't another band out there that interests me in the slightest. So for me, it was my next logical step.
Yeah. Now, for those who haven't had the pleasure of seeing you guys yet, how would you describe your live shows?
Loud.
It's loud, it's heavy metal. Get your arses down there, raise your arms, raise your fists, you'll have a good fucking time.
A lot of people have said there's a lot of energy, so it's loud, lots of energy, look the audience in the eye, and it's just really full on.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a bollock wrenching gig. It's not. I mean, we're not the sort of.
Smiling.
No, not really. It's
not ready for the stalls and acoustic guitars yet.
No, I can't see it. It's muscle music, but sort of
it's really,
audible muscles.
It's basically it's been slapped round the head loudly with melodies.
Yeah.
Can't say fairer than that, to be honest with you. Now, he says you've written 5 songs for the next album already.
Yep.
When are you looking to hopefully get the next album out?
It's going to be recorded in June, and it's going to be out September, October, somewhere around there.
You see, there was quite a gap between the first album and the second album because lineup changes and a lot of things going on, and it took time. And I know that we tried to sort of tour that album everywhere we could, and we always used to say, well, there's another time that hasn't heard it, but there was too long a gap. And then when we got the lineup sorted, the first thing we did was sort of change everything up really. Got management that could take us to the next step. And the first thing we said was we need a new album. So there was like a 4 or 5 year gap between them 2 albums.
Yeah.
But now we've built that momentum with the new album, The Blacklist. We want to get a 3rd album out quite quickly. So that's why it's going to be next year rather than a couple of years on the road sort of thing. We're not fucking about.
Alright, now is the chance for you to plug yourselves and your albums. Where can people sort of check you out, and where can they buy said albums?
www.iconukonline.com. All one word.
Facebook.com/icon.uk.
No, it's changed.
Oh right, that's why I couldn't find it in Germany. Because this guy was going, you're not on icon.uk.
Icon UK Online is basically the tagline for most things. If you go to the website, everything's everything goes off there.
Ah, yes, I.C.O.N UK online off of Facebook, Twitter, I.C.O.N_UK. And the rest of them aren't really, there's hundreds of them, isn't there? You'll find it.
If you cling to the website, it'll point you in all the different directions.
The website,
basically, if it looks like a glam band, you got the wrong icon.
That's the one. If you see pretty guys,
good looking.
it's
not us. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's the official
like
website.
in the TV interview, isn't it?
No, the official website is like the main hub, the main home where everything happens, and you know we've got the usual social media bollocks. There's a YouTube and all that. And you know we had a video from the album that in a short space of time has had over 3,000 views already, which is encouraging. And we're all over the place. I.C.O.N UK online.
Right, well, guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you,
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. We're sorry it took so long. If you've got this far, thank you very much. That's really good of you. Thank you.
Buy our album, please.
Yes,
Buy our album, and thank you for your patience.
We're
and
very, very
endurance.
poor.
Yeah, reward yourself for getting this far by going to iconukonline.com.
Help to cure Mark's raging syphilis by buying album.
Can you buy our album, please? I need new underwear. Thank you.
This has been on tour for weeks. Please donate your money.
It smells like a mouldy rat.
He's not joking, it's a Mancini as well.
So please buy our album. It's very important that we buy Mark clean underwear.
Yes. It's important for the rest of us.
Yep, check them out. They're called I.C.O.N. They're from the UK. Absolutely superb band. If you're into the old school metal or just metal in general, get your ears round them. I'm sure you enjoy them. Again, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.